This morning, close friends of the victims are telling their story for the first time on GMA. Kana Whitworth sat down with them. Good morning, Kana.
Yeah, George, good morning to you. Hunter Johnson and Emily Alandt were two of the first people to arrive at the King Road house that November morning. These are the friends who prompted the 911 call. Their actions described by other families as heroic, but for them, it was a morning that changed everything. And they're speaking out for the first time about what they want people to remember about their friends. It's not just about how they died, but about how they lived.
You know, you see the world in pure innocence, and that all gets ripped away from you in one phone call. That's just the day that changed it all.
This morning, for the first time, the best friends of Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernodle speaking out about that November day when they discovered Ethan, Xana, Kaylee Gonzalez, and Madison Mogan brutally murdered in an off-campus home.
I don't think anyone expects anything like that ever in their life to happen.
Hunter Johnson and his girlfriend Emily Alandt now telling their story in a new Prime Video docuseries, One Night in Idaho, The College Murders.
We were a big group of friends. Why would you target those four?
Emily says she and Xana were inseparable.
We were attached at the hip probably the first day that we met. Yeah, we just clicked immediately. We were same personalities, I feel like.
I love it when people talk about Ethan and Xana sort of being like male and female versions of each other.
Oh, it's very much true. They were the same person.
Hunter and Emily say the fall weekend started like any other with a big football game. The friends snapping this photo that Saturday.
It was a normal weekend for us, just hanging out with our friends.
The next morning, Emily says Dylan, one of the surviving roommates, called her concerned, asking her and Hunter to come over.
In the documentary, you tell the story of really not feeling alarmed when Dylan called you.
I joked around with her on the phone. You know, it's something you would never expect.
It's November, so I had shorts on, slides on. Like, I wasn't prepared to obviously stay there. I was just going over to check to see what's going on. I would say as soon as you get there, you know something's wrong.
Hunter was the first person to arrive to King Road to discover what happened. Their friend Josie Louderin, who was also there, describing the moments in the docuseries.
As soon as I stepped in the house, I was like, oh, something is so not right. Like, you could feel it almost. Hunter was ahead of me and Emily and immediately was pushed out, and Hunter was like, get out, somebody call 911.
You hear Hunter on the 911 call telling the girls there was an unconscious person protecting them from the graphic details.
Is she breathing?
No.
How did you remain so calm in that moment?
Truly, in my heart, I believe God was with me that day, and he gave me the strength to get through that day.
As authorities entered the home, the friends say they were told to sit outside, waiting for hours with little information.
We watched the ambulance come and we watched them immediately leave. So I think that was a hard part for sure.
That second you realize there's no one to be saved.
Right.
Their best friends inexplicably murdered. Not knowing who was responsible or why, they feared for their own safety.
We just left to get away, be safe.
Yeah.
Is our
You didn't
mindset.
feel safe?
No.
In the nearly 7 weeks it took police to arrest a suspect, Emily, Hunter, and surviving roommates Dylan and Bethany became the targets of online sleuths and social media attacks.
Lots of threats, people saying I should confess to murdering them. I felt like I was less than a person in that point in my life.
On December 30th, 2022, police arrested then 28-year-old Brian Koberger. To Emily and Hunter, he was a complete stranger. Their murder trial set to begin in August. His attorneys say he's innocent.
Does justice lie in a conviction?
I don't think there's gonna ever be any justice.
I mean, yeah, we can have justice for the conviction of it, but I don't get to still hang out with Ethan. So
They still don't get to.
they don't have
Be
a
with their
son. They don't
child.
have a daughter anymore.
They say they hope people remember who their friends were beyond the headlines.
Who they are as people is so much more than the Idaho 4, and they shouldn't be known as the Idaho 4, and they shouldn't be attached to, you know, the name of who did that to them. And I just think that, you know, hopefully one day that they're just seen as who they are and not what happened to them.
I mean, we got a call. I didn't really think much of it.
Dylan had called us. She and Zana, they were roommates. She was like, something weird happened last night. I don't really know if I was dreaming or not, but I'm really scared. Can you come check out the house? She was like, I'm in the basement with Bethany. She said, I called for Xana a few times and she hasn't responded, but will you just come over? I was like, oh, sure. Should I bring my pepper spray? Not thinking anything of it.
I lived with Emily at the time, and then I remember her being like, oh yeah, let's go to Xana's. Dylan wants us to come over. She just called us before and been like, oh, I'm scared, can you bring your boyfriends over? But like, not like, it was never anything serious. Like, it was just like a pan fell. Like, actually nothing, because it's Moscow. And we were like, oh yeah, we'll just go over and Hunter, and so he'll just check it out.
I don't think I've ever locked a single door in Moscow. When Dylan had called, I didn't think it was urgent. So I started walking to Xana's house, and when we got there, Dylan and Bethany had exited the house. They frightened, just kind of like, just hands on their mouth, like, I don't know what's going on type thing. When I was going up the stairs,
You see the Range Rover there? That's Kaylee's Range Rover.
Behind.
As soon as I stepped in the house, I was like, oh, something is so not right. Like, you could feel it almost.
I'm sure you could smell it too.
The stairs are immediately when you walk in the door to the left. Then you walk upstairs, and there's the living room.
No, I
And
brought this
then
back.
all the way down the hall is Anna's room.
No, I brought this back because I want to show you something.
Hunter was ahead of me and Emily.
Wait.
I stepped foot in the house and immediately was pushed out. And Hunter was like, get out, somebody call 911.
Yeah.
Look at this. little-
Hunter had enough courage
What's that thing he did with his mouth? What
to
is
tell them to call the police for no real reason. He worded it very nicely. He said, tell them there's an unconscious person.
So based on this, that's why they said,
Hunter saved all of us. Extreme trauma.
okay. So I'm sorry, but so based on these statements, that's why there was no mention of BLOOD on that 911 call, because Hunter was basically saving them from trauma. Okay, we'll go with that.
He worded it very nicely. He
We'll
said,
go with
tell them
that.
there's an unconscious person. Hunter saved all of us extreme trauma by not letting us know anything.
And Dylan was the one that was on the phone with 911. And I had to take the phone from her because she was so completely hysterical. They're like, what's the address? What's the address? What's the address? I was like, 1122 King Road. She was like, well, what happened? I was like, I don't know. And then I think that's when Hunter was like, they didn't have, he just like looked at me and he was like shaking his head. He was like, they didn't have a pulse.
So he checked them.
And I mean, even when he said they had no pulse, I still was like, oh, the paramedics are gonna come and like revive them.
Who did he check, Hunter? Did he only check Xana?
And then the cops came and I saw all the paramedics like carrying the bags, but they never actually went up the stairs or inside at all.
What? What the fuck?
I woke up at about 12 o'clock to my Sigma Chi brother at the edge of my bed shaking me. He's like, Hunter, you gotta wake up. There's cops on King Street. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, there's cops right in front of the King house. It's like, okay, that's probably normal. There's more noise complaints there than anywhere else on campus. It was like, I think Xana, Ethan were murdered last night.
How would he know? How would Hunter know?
Didn't even know how to respond to it because it's like so unreal that someone I had spent almost every minute of my life with. I don't even know.
So sad.
12 o'clock. I look outside my window, which
That's
faces
Kaylee's car, but no one
112
bothered checking on
Road.
Maddie and Kaylee.
And I see my friends standing outside. Hunter, Emily. The police were starting to put the caution tape up. And that's when I knew something really bad happened. And I ran outside, and the first person I grabbed was Emily, and she was crying. And Dylan made a comment of, I can't believe somebody would do this. And I whispered to Emily, where's Xana? And she said, she's inside.
No one is asking for Maddie and Kaylee.
And I think she's dead.
Is this weird or what?
I think all I wanted was to go wake Xana up.
Like, what is happening here?
And I knew it wasn't going to happen.
Okay, so this part blew my fucking mind. Listen up.
So we're sitting on the driveway. The cops were not speaking to us at all. I don't even think they were looking at us.
None of the cops would talk to us. And we were like, should we ask them a question? Like, what the fuck just happened? I feel like they should talk to us because we're the people sitting outside.
We sat there for so long with no information. It just was like, why are we sitting? Everybody kind of gets that communication that Ethan and Xana are not alive.
Then it finally clicked.
Then it
Oh my
finally
gosh.
clicked.
Where's Keely and Maddie?
What? What? Then it finally clicked. Where is Kaylee and Maddie? No one knew where the fuck they were. What's going
Their
on?
phones are pinging in there. Their phones are inside that house. We didn't know if they were home. We didn't know if they
What?
were in there. We didn't know anything. We couldn't get a hold of them.
Are you kidding me? No one bothered to check
Listening to
on
Dylan, she
Kaylee and
really
Maddie.
find out where they were. We never went up there.
This is bizarre. This is fucking bizarre. Okay, so I want to show you something. You see this here? This is the setup of their rooms. Keep in mind, Kaylee was no longer living there. She moved out. Xana and Dylan were on the same floor. Look at the stairs here. If Dylan walks down the stairs, she would have seen Xana's body. Xana's body was found on the hallway there. She fought, and that's indicative of her wounds. She tried grabbing the knife. Her fingers were cut off. Okay? So there was blood all over here. How did Murphy make it up there without any blood? It is said that he was found in Maddie's room, right? This is just bizarre. This is so bizarre. How do you not hear screaming here?
And there was no answer. So
Wait a second. She was not notified of her daughter's death?
I called the Moscow Police Department, and they were like, "Well, we can't really tell you anything."
What? I just can't imagine.
And Scott kind of downplayed it. He's like, "Yeah, no, it's probably something so blown out of proportion, kind of thing."
I go, well, let's just go down and have lunch with her. We'll go pick her up and we'll see what's going on.
They had no clue.
We got in the car, we got gas, and we headed down to Moscow.
Maddie's parents had no
I
clue.
called the police department again, and I said, I know you can't tell me anything, but can you confirm that there's an active homicide investigation at 1122 King Road? And she said yes. It was on speaker so that Scott could hear. Like, this is real. Whatever this is, it's real. The whole time, my mindset was that we were going to go pick up Maddie and Kaylee and bring them home and console them and hug them and figure out just what happened.
My stomach dropped. I didn't know what to think.
We got another vandal alert.
4 students found dead.
Quadruple murder.
We look at the text and we're all like, what? Because nobody had said anything to us.
That was before the cops even told us that Maddie and Kaylee had passed and that they were in there. I don't even know if I looked at my phone or if somebody showed me. But they were like, some of my girls started like yelling at the police guys.
I told my friend, I go, what the fuck is this? And he just looks at me, he like grabs my phone, he's like, I didn't even know they were sending this, I'm so sorry. And we were like, well, what does this mean? He was like, all 4 of them.
Unfortunately for Ethan, I ended up winning the next 17 holes. If you knew Ethan, he was never angry about anything.
The surrender pose. You gave us the Chris Watts, Hunter Johnson, forever the surrender pose. Hands up, buddy. Let's go. I checked to see if she was breathing. Xana was in a pool of blood, and he checked to see if she was breathing. Yet we receive a call for an unconscious person. What the fuck yo, I just can't. I can't. You know what? No knife. No knife. No knife on the table. No knife on the table. We see that, right? Zero knife. Zero knife on the table. What the fuck is Hunter Johnson mumbling? He's acting like a kid that got caught with his hands in the cookie jar. See? Do you see that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Is that when he places the knife on the table there? Did you see that? You hear it drop. I heard it drop. I heard him drop the fucking knife on the table. That means the cop literally saw it. He said, I haven't checked him yet, but oh my God, Hunter, you fucking suck. He's got the knife. He's got the knife. What the fuck happened here, you guys? What happened? Was there an exchange of knives? Oh my god. What the fuck is going on here? Please don't tell me there was an exchange of knives. Oh my god. Okay, no. He doesn't have anything in his hands. Okay, at least his left hand, no knife, right? No knife, right? Okay. You're going to hear a drop. You're going to hear a drop. Watch. At this point, maybe, perhaps he picked up the knife that was on the top of the steps. Why? You see that? You see whatever, there's something he lifted or dropped over here, and then you're going to hear it. Watch this. Listen in. You heard that? Oh my God. He dropped the knife right there. That means the cops saw it. That means the cops saw it. Yo, what are you doing? Lock his fucking ass up. What the fuck? Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus. I mean, only in Moscow, right? Only in Moscow. Any other fucking city? New York, New Jersey. This motherfucker would have been on the ground in handcuffs immediately. There's the knife. There's the knife. Oh my God. I've obviously have seen this before. This is not breaking news, but just watching it all over again, knowing more details about this case, it's I don't know. It's a different experience, I guess, is what I can say. Look at that. Look at that. Now my question is this the knife that Emily supposedly saw at the top of the steps? According to Hunter Johnson, this is a knife he pulled from the kitchen. So if he actually pulled this knife from the kitchen, then it's not the knife Emily saw. Come on. Like, how many knives we got here? Jesus. Okay. Thank you, Hunter Johnson. I stand corrected. You did bring something to the table, buddy. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here.